taking it to the top.
Hello and welcome back to EPIC34, powered by Intel and our wonderful friends over at Overclockers. You can see I'm joined on stage by guests. This is very exciting. Normally I'm out here on my own and I have to talk for an extended period of time, which is not a problem for me. It's a problem for everyone else, they don't want to listen. So to add some variety to this whole affair, I'm joined by Blue and Queenie, genuine celebrities. How you doing?
Good, thank you.
Really
Yeah?
good.
Yeah, great.
Really enjoying it.
Lovely, lovely. How long have you been over in the UK? Are we measuring this in hours?
Oh, nearly a day.
Nearly a whole day, so you've acclimatised, you got used to the weather, you're all ready to go.
Oh, it's the exact same weather, right?
Is it
It's
just rain?
Yeah.
Just rain. And to my left, well, they need no introduction, but I'll do it anyway. The boys from Noble Chairs and Overclockers, Vinno and Andy. How you doing, boys?
I do.
How's your mouth, Andy, after all those chili beans?
I'm glad you said after the chili beans. Yeah, recovered.
Have you recovered?
Yeah, I don't think I got the worst of it, so I'm okay.
Yeah, I accidentally ate two of the hottest ones, and I nearly died. And the boys backstage tried one. They were like, "Oh, these can't be that hot," and they all went, "Oh, damn, these things are hot." So
I think you had it bad. My sides were hurting from laughing at you.
Your sides were,
Yeah.
well, it's my art, darling. I'm suffering for it. What can I say? So we're going to do a wee little recurring segment called Rate My Setup. Except we've done it a little bit differently. We've done it online for the last couple of years. And this time we've been wandering the halls of Kettering. Such a fancy place. And we've been filming people's PCs. I'll be honest with you, mostly without their knowledge. Because we did it at 9 o'clock this morning.
We kind of got to be
Most
nice.
people were in bed. So we've been filming their PCs. And we've taken some of the good, some of the bad, and some of the ugly. I would like to hear your feedback. I'm sure some of these people who are now about to find out their PCs are about to be broadcast on the internet would love to hear your feedback on their machines. And I found out accidentally one of them's a caster for one of the games that we've got. So how do you feel about this? You ready?
Slightly more nervous knowing that they weren't even here for it, but yeah, sure, yeah. Guess be nice is the key.
Maybe we'll do it on Saturday next time, so we've got more time. How do you feel about this?
Pretty positive. I said there's nothing that bad.
We're ninja judging.
Oh, nothing that bad.
Yeah.
Oh, you've not seen the videos yet. There's one in this that is a genuine, what I think is a genuine show machine. Like there are some that you walk around and go, oh, that's nice. And there's one. We nearly missed it because it's on the floor and it was dark. The guy was in bed at the time, and his mates were like, "Yeah, we'll turn it on." And we only knew it was there because I fell over it. And I'm really glad I didn't break it. Really, really glad. But we'll get to that one. So I think it's about time we did the first one. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll the first video.
Yeah. That one is absolutely incredible.
So this case is huge. It's about the size of two of these boxes in front of me. It's genuinely massive. This is the one I nearly fell over that was on the floor.
Oh, it's a Joker.
Yeah.
How did you miss it? We saw this
'Cause
morning.
this-
It's a
this
right
was-
unit.
It was in the dark.
Yeah, but it's a proper unit.
So
Yeah.
this is probably a metre long, half a metre wide and half a metre tall. It's like a big fish tank.
It's also filled with luminous green cooling fluid. I don't understand how you
See
missed
the
it.
sticker?
Because it was off at the time. It
Excuses.
wasn't until their mates turned it on, it kind of all piled up. We were like, oh
Right.
damn. Yeah. There's a modded screen in the back of it that duplicates what they've got up the top. The graphics card is flush in the bottom of it. And what you don't see is they've got some matte black piping in there as well. The bits of the running, so that you don't see all of the piping, just the bits that they want. And we were like, oh, that's pretty smart. What are your thoughts, gentlemen and ladies?
I think it's a beautiful machine. It's it's really well crafted. Like, you cannot knock that machine at all.
No.
I like how it's a Joker theme as well. It's actually really well
with
done.
the green pool.
Yeah.
That looks great.
Yeah. So if you were now, you're going to be forced to give people marks. Here. There's going to be points for machines. And I would encourage you to err on the side of caution and harshness. Otherwise, you're just going to end up giving everyone 10s. All right? So 5 is like what you would call an everyday machine, and 10 is like I'm actually going to give you money and I'm going to steal this from you out of my own pocket. So, and 1 is like, how do you even play CS:GO on that? So if we're forced to score that based on that video, we'll start over there.
I mean, if this is set in the bench and we need to think for, I feel bad for giving it less than 10 because it is a gorgeous machine. Like we've seen it, and it's even on wheels. That's how big it is. So
it's huge.
If we've got to have some reservations, then I don't know, 7.
7, I think. Yeah, 7's a good start. Where
I was going to say an 8 out of 10.
7, 8.
8 for me, just because it's so big, it'd be a bit inconvenient. But on that, it's a great machine. It's fantastic looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be an 8.
And an 8 over there. All right. Well, that's a fair. So 8, 16, 24, and 31 because we got a 7. So 31. That's a fairly high-end score. I won't score any because I've seen them all. I think it's unfair. I've had a prelude to all of this. So are we ready? Are we ready to go with video number 2?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
1080 Ti. Modded screen. That's what drew me to this one as we were walking around this morning. He's modded a little screen into the bottom of it that acts as a second display, and he can show anything he wants. We'll start over this side this time. What are your thoughts?
Really good. I like the screen.
Yeah.
Color theme is pretty good.
You liking the pastels?
But other than the screen, there's not much customization to it.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's definitely not the last one.
No.
It's not
That's
that.
for sure.
I mean, I'll be fair. They've started with a ridiculously high bar. We could have done with that one later in the set.
Oh, yeah.
in the set. What are your thoughts?
I would say the same. Like, it looks quite nice. It's a good PC, but it's not like the last one. It's not as custom. It's not as bright as well.
It's not as bright. Okay, boys.
Yeah, I'd say it looks nice. It's a pretty regular machine. I mean, it's a GTX 1080 Ti, so it could probably... Still a great card, but it could do with an update, you know.
I
that
mean,
card
if
is like
you could get
5
one.
years old.
If you could get one.
Not saying anything.
Andy?
See, I'm usually the harsh one on these sorts of things, but I'm gonna say, like, obviously we don't know what sorts of games they play and stuff like that, so they could just play WoW and that's all they play. But yeah, I quite liked it. It was modest, it was small. They done what they could in terms of RGB and stuff like that, and yeah, as you say, graphics cards you can't get one.
I managed to get one from Overclockers, but I had to wait in a queue for 2 months.
The one thing that kind of put me off is that the first shot you could kind of see a wire randomly going across. By the looks of it,
That's
I'm
our
just going to
fault.
be nitpicky. Oh, that's your fault.
So they were charging their phone.
Oh.
That was coming
Right.
off the USB at the top. I did remove it later.
So after the video you removed it when it didn't count.
Yeah. When he was charging his phone, I was like, how dare you?
But yeah, no.
Dead battery now.
Yeah. So scores. We'll start over here.
5.
5. Okay.
5.
Five's good. Five's
Like you
okay.
said, the graphics card, it's really hard to get these days. But
Yeah.
5.
I'm gonna have to agree because we already gave that first PC an 8.
Yeah.
And the fact that it was perfect and compared to this one, I would say a 5. It's not as
Okay.
customizable.
10 points.
I want to make the maths awkward for you, so I'm going to give it a 5.5.
Okay. 10.5 points. Quick math.
15.5.
15. Right, and that's the end of the show, everyone. We're calling it there.
Success.
That's just made production wake up.
4 3/8. No, I'll say 5 as well. Yeah.
You couldn't say 5.5, no?
No, sorry, mate.
Oh.
4 3/8.
Right,
sorry,
so 20.5 points for number 2. Are we ready to go on number 3? It's got
Where's
two,
the PC?
It's got two 1080s in it.
And about 8 inches of dust.
Yeah. There's no side panels. There's no top panel.
There's generally not a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You can't really call that a case. It's Meccano.
It's more of a frame
It's a concept.
than it is a case.
Going with the Halloween decorations on it.
Yeah,
If it has no sides, why wouldn't you clean the dust off it?
I think a lot of the dust was in the cooling fluid, because that's very much an off-white cooling fluid. Yeah, cream maybe. It was a cooling cream. Well, I wouldn't recommend cooling with just putting it out there. If you break your PC with cream, that's your own fault. Yeah, I think on that one. We'll go back over this way. Andy.
That's rough. Something happened to that case in a previous life, and it never recovered. Is that the That's not the caster's PC. I saw Epic
No,
Bands.
that's not the caster's one.
Christ.
That's
I mean, the hardware in it is, the hardware's fine,
Yeah.
but what is left
Yeah.
of that case is, like I said, it's just glorified Meccano with some hardware bolted to it.
Yeah, I think you're right. And what are your thoughts on dual 1080s?
I mean,
Is there any value to it?
for 10 series, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know what, with the cooling in the state that it is, maybe not so much, but depends on what they do. I guess if they're gaming for it, then you're probably getting a bit more punt, so it's better than one 1080.
Yeah.
Okay. Your thought?
I think once upon a time that was a well-crafted machine.
Right.
And then someone took it to a PC chop shop, and no, not so much. Yeah,
And they had a chop.
It looks like it's been stripped for parts. It's
It does look haunted. Like if there was ever a machine that you looked at and went, "There's ghosts in there," it's definitely that one.
yeah.
Okay, chop shop. Remember, you got to score this as well.
Oh god.
Blue and Queenie, your thoughts?
It looks like the first PC I had internally. Like it's one of those great graphics card, but everything else just no, I didn't bother with
Just dust
it.
everywhere.
No, yeah,
Just not caring at all.
just didn't care.
Didn't care. Took it apart maybe to help travelling.
I,
not a bad idea.
A confession to make. I don't have a side case on my machine at home, and when I got it out here, I realised there was about 6 daddy long legs in my power supply.
Oh no, you're one of those people. Oh,
I didn't
no.
realise because it was hidden, it was covered. And when I got here, I was like, oh god, oh no, oh no, why are there dead things in my case? Right, now we're going to be forced to give it scores.
2.5.
2.5.
And 2.5, I feel, is generous on that.
Oh, 2.5.
I feel again if that was like all proper, that could have been like a solid 4, 5. But yeah, 3.
3, okay, 5.5.
1, just because of the graphics cards.
Ooh!
Just because of the graphics cards.
Dual 1080s. You're not having any of the double graphics cards.
It's not really. There's no real point to it nowadays.
Oh, you're harsh, and I love it. Okay,
I'm going to say a 3.
A 3.
I like the double
6.
graphics cards.
9.5.
No maintenance, so 3.
9.5. Okay, so 9.5. Yikes! Whoever's case that is, I'm going to come and see you later, and we're going to have a little chat about that. So, moving on to the next one. Oh, this case is huge as well. This case is a beast. So that's dual 2080 Ti's. Hardline tubing. And you may see an error code at the top of his motherboard, because at the time of filming this morning, it didn't work. And I was like, that looks very pretty. And he was like, yeah, it doesn't work. Fortunately, I can't remember. He just needed to reset his BIOS, and he got back into it. But your thoughts? That case is also a beast as well. That stands about 1 meter high. That case is huge. We'll start. Where did we start last time? We'll go back over this way. What are your thoughts on hard tubing and dual 20 series?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah,
Yeah?
double RTXs. Yeah, that's good.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
really
see,
good. I like that.
I feel there's a rift here in the dual character. I don't want to start a drama or anything. Like we're here for peace and happiness.
With the lack of GPUs, it's all about the GPU now.
So what's the
Double
ideal
RTXs.
amount of GPUs for you? How many would you have given an option? No money, no budget, no option.
Yeah, I mean, the size of the 3080s and the 3090s now, I'm not sure how much people are going to keep up dual carding, but
And the cost.
the cost. But I like those cards.
Yeah, you're down
I like
with that?
them, yeah. We've got a
Okay.
2070
No,
Ti, and it's a
No.
great card.
No, it's-
we've got one of those at home, and they're great. They're good cards.
You want one card that has a whole of RGB on it and makes it
Yeah.
look good. Like your PC isn't under your desk anymore. It's on the desk or it's on the wall, right? It's supposed to be something that you're proud of as well nowadays. You're proud of
Yeah.
PC gaming. It's not like some console where you just shove it out of the way. It's a proper machine.
It's a proven fact that
Yeah.
RGB makes you 10 times
10
better.
times.
Exactly.
Okay,
10 times.
10 times. And that was on the low end of the studies that have been done.
Yeah. From Overclockers, actually.
Yeah. Absolute fact. Buy all your RGB products from overclockers.com, by the way. So, over here, any plans for an RGB chair?
So, someone we sent one to did actually mod one and put RGB on it. It looked really cool. But
Did
you know,
anyone
if
do
you
any
want to do
studies
that
on
yourself,
how much that improved their gameplay? I reckon at least 15 times.
I think it was a solid 5% performance increase.
Oh, yikes.
yeah.
Can you imagine a 5% performance? I'd
But
still
from
be
your
rubbish.
chair.
Still be rubbish. So, your thoughts on that machine with the hard tubing dual 2080 Ti's?
I mean, yeah, I thought it looked great. I mean, the RGB wasn't. I'm not a huge fan of too much RGB, so it was all quite in. I liked it. I liked it. It was quite a clean look to it.
Did you just say you're not a huge fan?
I know.
Did you just say
I
he's not a huge
know.
fan of
Ideas with
RGB?
black chairs.
Do you
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good job he's in the chair department. I'm going to say you're going to need a new chairman. Steve wouldn't
I
say-
am the
Steve
new
wouldn't say
chairman.
that. He'd have been in with the RGB. Also an i9 9900K in there. So rocking the Intel is a bit of a beast of a machine when it
Yeah.
works. And your thoughts on the end?
I like it. Hardline, SLI. I mean, as close as to top tier as you could get for the generation of its age. But yeah, it looked. Took my breath away. It looked nice, and I like the less is more on the lighting front. It was kind of, it wasn't RGB unicorn mode. It was nice solid lighting without too much going on, but it was nice. Error codes aside.
I've got a thing for unicorn vomit in machines. I think it's a wonderful thing. Like, none of this coordinated lighting. Just let everything do its own thing. It kind of gives you a little twitch as you walk by.
You got spiders in your PC. You don't.
They were flies. They were daddy long legs. I have, it's a classy spider. The ones with wings. So we'll go back. We'll go back to the scores. Scores on the doors.
Yeah, I'm happy to give it a 7.
Happy to give it a 7.
Yep.
6.
Oh, hello. 15.
I'd say a 7.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
22.
6.
Well, 28. Okay, that's a surprise for a machine that didn't work. It's a damn good score. Okay, moving on to the next one. There's one thing I liked about this one, and it's that. Glowing cables.
Founders edition.
Founders edition.
Yeah.
Now, I'll be honest, this person was asleep. The machine was just on, and I walked past and I was like, glowing cables. When did that become a thing? When glowing cables?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's new. I like this.
Couple of years. Yeah, they
Couple of
came
years?
out. Yeah. They've been out a couple of years, but they are quite nice. There's some for the graphics card as well, but not for FE cards. They're like standard 8 pins, but you can't get them for like a lot. So you can't get them for the newer cards that require more than 8 pin. They haven't done them yet, but I guess they'll do them soon. But yeah, it was nice. It was nice and clean. FE as well, so somebody managed to get a reference card for love the money. But yeah, it was, from what we could see, it looked nice. Everything
Yeah.
was there.
Yeah.
This person was asleep, so I don't know the actual specs of it, but lighting cables. I need that in my life. Your thoughts on lighting cables?
Yeah, I think they look nice. I think it's got the, I can't remember what they called them, but you know, the strips you put in the cable. It was all really neat. The cable management was done like well as well. And
It was very tidy in general.
It kind of went across it quick, but I feel like that was a vertical mounted GPU as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm a sucker for those. I think they look really nice. So.
Yeah, the vertical mount is a must these days. It's got to be a must. I love the cables,
Yeah, I think
Very
I know
cool.
what my next purchase is going to be on my machine, and that's going to be lit cables. I did not know that was a thing until today, and now I'm genuinely a little giddy to whack them in there. And lastly, your thoughts on lit cables?
Yeah, I thought it was fantastic. It's a really good idea. In fact, I think I'll probably do the same.
Yeah, way ahead. Can we get them in RGB and can they flash?
Those cables?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. We're not going to bother scoring that one because we don't know enough about it. It was just lit cables. It was more of an expo. We'll move on.
for you.
Yeah.
That one was for you.
That was just
It was just an excuse to ask about the cables.
It was just an excuse for me to be like, what? Where can I get these from? And to hit you up for something. So we'll move on to the next one. There's a small mic. That's a laptop on a laptop stand.
Oh God.
This one is one of the casters for for one of the games here. That was a laptop stand. We'll go back over here. What do we think of laptop stands?
That wasn't a laptop stand. That was several boxes.
I would be worried that would fall over. Genuinely terrified that would fall over.
Yeah. I mean, just get a laptop cooler. They're what, like 15 quid? And that's what they do. But I mean, MacGyvered, yeah, it worked. If it works, it's not stupid, I guess. But what on earth was that laptop? It looked. I mean, it got RGB in the bottom, so it can't be that old. But it didn't
looked
look
like quite an expensive laptop, if I'm honest with you. And I'm like, if that thing falls, that's a lot of money to lose right there and then for a couple of boxes.
Yeah.
I mean, the keyboard box that was under it costs more than a laptop stand. So dial it back on the keyboard spend and buy a laptop stand. They can't be that much.
Buy a laptop stand. And your thoughts?
I'm all for ingenuity and finding what you've got and putting it together. I'm all for it.
Maybe what they need is a Noble Chair's footrest.
Yeah.
They could use that as a very fancy stand and have their laptop on that.
Yeah, although again, far more expensive than just a laptop stand.
Maybe I'm overreaching. What are your thoughts on MacGyvering and ingenuity?
Zero, don't like it.
Ooh.
No laptops here. No laptops here.
That's
Get it
no
out.
messing around. Literally no messing around
Says that,
whatsoever.
but we've brought a laptop.
Yeah, but have you MacGyvered it on boxes?
No, definitely not. No.
It's for emails, not for gaming.
It's for emails. It is a gaming laptop, but it's for emails, not for
Way to
gaming on.
overpower your emails.
Yeah.
They
3070
send faster.
laptop for emails, yeah, that's right.
120
That's
hertz
right.
emails, baby. These things
RGB
rock.
bonus in email crafting,
Actually,
yep.
it has a better monitor than ours. It has 165 hertz on our
It's
laptop.
165
Better than our
hertz
normal
emails.
monitors. Yeah.
For when those emails are going to go speedy quick.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right. But no
so-
laptops here, please. Move on.
So you're loving it, and what are your thoughts on MacGyvering?
No.
All right, I'm going to score this just because
No,
I think this will be funny. Andy?
Do we have specs for the laptop or no?
No, we don't know. He wasn't there at the time.
I mean, 2.
2, Vinno?
Yeah,
That's generous.
without the specs of the laptop, it's hard to say. So yeah, I don't know, 3.
It's 5.
So generous. 0.
Oh,
Savage.
laptops.
yikes!
No
Fair.
laptops.
I'd say 2.5.
Okay, 7.5. We've got our lowest score so far. All right, and I believe
What did
this
you
is
get?
our last one. We're moving on to our last one now.
What's that on there? Nice
This-
hat.
That's what? Is that
Where's the
it? Is that
front?
all we've got? I think we might need to see that again because that is the shortest footage ever.
Front hanging off, and that's the back.
Yeah, what was in it?
Can we see that again? So that's the front of the case.
Wait,
We definitely filmed more of that.
It's not
it
even
just
on.
didn't make it to the VT.
Nice stickers.
Yeah, I mean we're definitely minusing the points for the stickers. We'll go over here.
Please don't.
Please don't. All right, we'll go over here.
Well, I mean, the front was missing, but ironically, they'd managed to get the I/O shield in, which is, if there's going to be something missing from your case, that's usually
the front was
it.
there.
Just not on.
It was so broken. It was just resting up against the front. But my feeling is, it was already broken before it got here. So they must have been like, do I take this with me? Yeah, all right, why not? When it could have stayed on the desk at home.
I think the dust might have weighed it down and it's just pulled it off, yeah.
Dust has pulled it off. I mean, it was in a very sorry state all round, to be fair. The I/O shield had about 3 outputs on it. It was like, ooh. Where do you put all your USBs? I've got 9 and I cry because I haven't got enough. So, Andy?
The front was hanging off. So either the duct tape didn't hold or there was no duct tape, and like you say, they were just like, yeah, may as well bring it. Why not? I mean, we saw that one earlier. That person literally went, oh, fuck it, no panels. So this, at least there was an effort made. But yeah, I mean, we've got duct tape if it needs to be held on.
So we'll go over there with some duct tape and be like, we're fixing your machine. So
we've also got new cases if anyone wants to buy them, and you probably should.
Yeah, I mean,
shame.
By the look of that side panel, they put stickers on. I mean, it didn't even look like it had got a window anyway. So
there were no windows. There were no specs for this one.
It looks pretty sad.
I'll be honest with you, it was. We nigh on shed a tear on the way around. Vinno.
Do you know what? I bet it's one of those, like when you get them people that have got like the old VW Polos and you're like, oh, it's just a Polo. It's a proper sleeper car. And I bet it's got like an RTX 30 series in there. And you can't tell me I'm wrrong because we can't see in it.
No, do you know what? I'm going to go and stick my head in it afterwards. We should go over there and be like,
I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not. That thing was atrocious. Sleeper builds are usually at least clean.
Your time is up. You're going to have to force commitment.
So Juan, thanks for coming.
I think this person is somebody who hates RGB, and therefore, like, I don't even know if I want to score them because they just haven't done any effort. The case is horrible, and yeah, it's just like a makeshift.
Makeshift, yeah.
Horrible box.
So we've got a 0.
Yeah.
We got a 1. We got a 1.
Go on. Out of 2 of us.
And for yourself?
A 0.
Oh!
Yeah, no.
Yikes.
I mean, it's a functioning PC, so I'd say at least a 1.
Okay.
I can't even tell if it was functioning. The fan wasn't spinning, so it clearly wasn't on. But yeah, for turning up with a PC, 1, yeah.
So we've got 3 points, which is worse than the haunted machine. That score's even worse than a haunted machine. Well, we've got a clear winner, which was our Joker machine. We'll go and congratulate them afterwards. And we've got a very clear loser, and that's someone with stickers on that shouldn't be on there from something else.
Somehow somebody with a complete case, albeit in slight bits, was better than the one that had nothing except
that was
the
haunted.
frame.
So you heard it here, folks. Haunted cases do all right at Halloween. Any final remarks from over here?
Yeah, just put RGB in your machine.
More RGB, please.
More RGB,
More
and
RGB.
depending on who you listen to, don't dual card and do dual card. Final thoughts over here, chaps.
Just air dusters are like £2 on Amazon. That's
Just buy yourself an air
buy
duster.
an air duster. That will do some of
Can't
them
do
builds
anything wrong with
wonders.
And Andy, final thoughts.
I mean, I just want to put a little disclaimer in there. As much ribbon and stuff like that. Yeah, some people, it's their PC, it works, that's good enough. That's fine. What's not fine is having a literal frame with no case. And none of the rest of the case. There's no excuse for it. Buy a new case. You can get them for like 40, 50 quid. The hardware inside is 10 times the price of any other case. So just get it, please, for God's sake, just get a case and some air dusting, yeah.
So the final thoughts are case, air dust, do and don't double card. I think that's it. Lastly, thank my guests, Blue and Queenie over here, Andy and Vinno, Intel for being our main sponsor, and Overclockers for looking after us. Thank you very much, everyone. That's it. We'll see you again a little bit later. Bye-bye.